What are you doing? I'm alive, yes. Thank you for the concern. And speaking of, how are we alive? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. Wait. Charging off by yourself sounds like a fine way to get killed. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way. I've heard you can't get blood from a stone, but apparently you can get a wizard from one. Gale seems interesting. What were you two talking about? You and the pale fellow. Fine. Just don't expect my confidence if I don't have yours. And just to be clear, come daybreak, finding a healer is our first priority. Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well. I need him alive. Stow that blade or I'll show you just how messy things can get. There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear anyway. Just forget you ever saw it. We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly? I suppose we go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course. Perhaps, perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible. Let's just say it's a very personal, very private acquaintance. Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. We've no solid leads right now, though. We'd best get hunting. If you discover anything that might help us, I'm all ears. And since then, you've seemed reliable. Maybe I'll have to reevaluate what I think I know about your kind. Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think? Sweet of you, but don't worry. I'm sure you'll get to know me just fine by traveling together. No need for interrogations just yet. Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well. Shah's blessings upon you. I'm sure you do, but please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely. Then reconsider, if you're sure you can survive without me. I said not for discussion. Fine. Just keep out of matters that don't concern you. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her? Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked. beyond the vanities of mortals. Give it time and thought. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on, the institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? May the darkness protect you. I think I know what you mean. There's an undeniable rapport, and yet we haven't made time for each other. Time alone. Easily remedied, if you like. I know a place. Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are asleep and there's no distractions, I'll come for you. It seems to be the perfect night to spend a little time together. Just you and I. Assuming you haven't changed your mind, of course. You made it. Come here. Sit with me. So eager. I'm surprised it took you this long. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions? Bold. What does us entail? I suppose I'll find out. To us. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you. Merciless, but beautiful in its own way. Sounds familiar. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting. Oh, and what else do you find to be fair? You don't waste time, do you? There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly night. The others will be awake soon. What? I know, but you're sweet to notice. Thank you for last night. Me too. That didn't hurt, did it? I should think so. Let's head back, if we must. You had every chance to look the other way, but here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.